And hello, Ranger Nation. This is Josh Mason. We're coming to you live from Rooster's backyard for today's Ranger Rundown on the Greenwood Sports Network. My normal co-host, Todd Jones, is up in Lubbock tonight getting ready for the girls' district champion volleyball. First playoff game is in Lubbock tonight, so if you weren't able to make it there, we will have that streaming at 6:30 this evening. But nevertheless, we have a good one for you tonight. We'll begin here shortly with a informational video about the two power positions for the bond, as well as we'll follow up with Angel Carbajal and Cade Rowalt. And then, as always, we'll round it out with Coach Hill. So sit back, relax. It's Ranger Rundown time.
Greenwood ISD strives to create a culture of excellence to empower its students for success in college, careers, and the military. With this goal in mind, a Citizens Advisory Committee was formed to examine the district's enrollment growth, safety and security, career and technical education, fine arts, athletics, and other student needs. This group of 32 parents, retired educators, and community members met 11 times over the past year, engaging in a comprehensive, long-range facility planning process. The bond proposal in front of voters is the committee's plan to address the district's needs, and it will impact each student, each family, and each campus in the district. The Citizen Advisory Committee reviewed growth projections reported by the district's professional demographer and the historical trend data. Greenwood's permanent school construction is more than 250,000 square feet below the average of other districts with similar enrollments, roughly the equivalent of 2 elementary schools. District-wide, 43 classrooms are housed in 19 portable buildings. A 2-classroom portable building costs the district about $125,000 per year, which must be paid from the general operating funds, the same funds intended for teacher salaries.
Our district has grown immensely over the last few years. We've gone from about 1,600 students, say 10 years ago, to over 3,000 and continues to grow each and every day. Currently, Greenwood ISD has pre-K for kids that qualify. That is limited due to our capacity at the elementary campus. With our new bond package, we could have pre-K for all of our kids.
Proposition A includes the construction of new elementary and intermediate schools, comprehensive renovations and additions at the high school, repurposing of the current elementary building, and minor modifications to convert the intermediate wing at Brooks into middle school classrooms and labs. The new elementary and intermediate schools will be built on property owned by the district near the intersection of South County Road 1110 and East County Road 120, and both are planned to open in the 2026 school year. Career and technology, science, security, and increased capacity are emphasized areas in the high school project. New construction will be added along the east side facing FM 1379 to improve security, reduce exterior doors, and provide an identifiable and secure visitor entrance. Additional space for career and technical programs like cosmetology, food science, and health science is planned, along with additional general science labs and more parking. Work at the existing elementary includes converting the East Wing into pre-kindergarten classrooms, allowing the district to offer pre-kindergarten education to all families in Greenwood for the first time. Expanded welding, metal, and wood shops will be constructed in the central area of the campus, while the south and west sides will be renovated to create additional athletic locker areas.
Out of the 860 plus kids we have, over 750 are in at least one CTE course at this time right now.
You know, when I first started, it was all about graduating students to go to college, and now there's a bigger focus on skills and having a skill set so that you can go into the workforce when you graduate.
Proposition A totals $198,770,000. Proposition B includes 2 projects to address the impact of growth on co-curricular activities, student performances, and student rehearsal and practice areas. The district's current auditorium and gymnasium do not provide enough seating for all families to attend performances and games. The plan includes the construction of a 2,000-seat auditorium and a 2,000-seat arena, a black box theater, dressing rooms, and rehearsal spaces. A shared lobby with restrooms and a concession area is also included. The Student Special Events Center will be used by all district students and will allow district UIL competitions and events to be held in Greenwood. The Student Events Center will be constructed on land owned by the district north of the current elementary school or on other property available to the district. Proposition B also includes a multi-program practice facility to be located near the repurposed elementary school.
Many gyms in our area incorporate arena-style seating, and so there's opportunities for them to host tournaments and other events that we really don't have the opportunity to host at Greenwood. And so adding a second gym with arena-style seating would really open up a lot of opportunities for our student athletes. A multi-use indoor facility is, along with a student activity center, will be used from sunup to sundown. It would be an opportunity for members of the community to use it before school. It would provide our students a safe place on school campus to spend their time outside of normal school hours. And it's a situation where, you know, the students in town have opportunities like that, but in Greenwood we really don't.
Proposition B totals $87 million. So, what is the impact on the taxpayers if the bond proposition passes? By law, 100% of those dollars must be designated to fund the bond projects, and 100% of the dollars will stay in Greenwood. The state cannot recapture bond payments. An informational brochure with a tax impact chart, as well as an online calculator, is available on the district's website. Citizens 65 years of age and older who have filed the over 65 homestead exemption are not impacted by the bond proposal. Their taxes are frozen at the dollar amount set during the year they turn 65. Learn more by visiting the district's bond website. Remember, Election Day is November 7th. An additional voting location is available this year for GISD voters. The last day to register to vote is October 10th, and early voting begins Monday, October 23rd and runs through November 3rd. Let your voice be heard. Go vote.
And welcome back. We're sitting here with Cade Rowalt, starting wide receiver. Cade, how are you today?
I'm good.
Man, we're starting this program a little bit earlier tonight, so everybody's trying to roll in. You just happen to be the first one, so we're gonna call a little bit of an audible here. But Cade, let's get going here. Between your role as a receiver and return man, kind of a dual threat there. What's your favorite and why?
I like to return the ball. I like to run it.
Okay.
Especially kickoff return. That's my favorite.
Just try to be patient and wait for a lane to open up and hit it full speed, or
yes, sir.
Just trying to beat somebody? What's the deal?
I usually just look for the hole and try to hit as hard as I can.
Okay. Cade, in addition to football, you also play basketball and run track. Most of the athletes do, kind of a 3 or 4 sport player. What do you like the most about going from one sport to the next?
It just keeps me busy. I always have something to do.
Okay. Which one do you like the best?
Basketball.
Basketball. Good thing Coach Hill isn't here yet. But,
yeah.
He may not like that answer. But, Cade, let's talk about your quarterback, Lincoln Madrid. He had a good game last week, sophomore. There were several times Todd and I from the booth saw him scramble, try to make some extra yards, and just thought Graham had him dead to rights. And he was able to squirt through and pick up a couple first downs. So talk about maybe his growth that you've seen in him this season.
Yeah, there's a huge difference from the first game and then now. And then the past couple games, he's done really good running the ball. Yeah, I'm ready for next year to use him. Yep,
little more confidence that we always like to see. Why don't you tell people at home maybe something the most difficult part about being a receiver?
Just running like the routes back to back.
Now I could have told them the running was hard, but
yeah, it's like running like 3 or 4 deep balls in a row. It just gets tiring pretty.
I can imagine.
Tiring.
Wide receiver coach Galindo, how does he get you guys prepared for game day every week?
He does a really good job of making sure every single receiver knows exactly what to do and their landmarks, and just watching film of the defense, see what they're going to do.
Okay, you just try to keep every play and every route clean, huh?
Yes.
All right, Kate, a couple of rapid-fire questions. If you won the lottery, what's your first purchase?
I'd probably buy a house or a yacht.
Is that for your mom, probably?
Maybe.
Yeah. Lots of water around here for a yacht, so maybe go with the house. What's your favorite subject?
Athletics.
Athletics.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know if that qualifies as a subject. Maybe? Okay, your dad said yes. How about a favorite movie?
Dumb and Dumber.
Dumb and Dumber, okay. Hot or cold weather?
Hot.
Okay, it's cold outside, so we're going downhill here. How about a favorite food?
I like a bacon cheeseburger.
Bacon cheeseburger, all right. Well, Cade, we appreciate you coming and sit down with us. You kind of gave me some short answers there, but hopefully you had a little bit of fun. Next up, we're going to either have Angel Carbajal or Coach Hill, depending on who shows up. And but first, we're going to go to a video clip and watch Ashlyn Lang receive the first ever Ford Female Athlete of the Month. So enjoy the clip.
Last, we have a special presentation. This is Bo Moore with Texas Ford Dealership, and he is here to present an award.
So, Player of the Month, female athlete, Player of the Month, came from Greenwood High School, Miss Ashley Lang. Congratulations. And to my knowledge, she is the very first Ford Player of the Month female athlete. Congratulations.
And welcome back to the Ranger Rundown, live from Rooster's backyard. Coach Hill, have
good
a
to
good
be
practice?
Here. Oh yeah, it was pretty chilly this morning. It was it was a little bit different, but
I think we had a freeze warning.
We did, and I fell victim to it. But we had a really good workout. I was proud of the kids who overcame a little bit of adversity, and we got our work in. So much nicer this afternoon for sure.
I don't know if you made it in time, but apparently Mr. Rowalt likes warm weather. So might have to stay
that
on
makes
him
two
this
of us.
week.
I don't fault him for that.
Coach, let's talk about last week. Graham was once rated in the top 10 in the state. So let's talk about that matchup.
Yeah, they're a really talented team. They're really really impressive, especially on the offense and defensive lines. They did a really good job, and they got a lot of speed at the skill positions. And so I was, anytime you play at home, that's an advantage, and then anytime the road team has to travel 3.5 hours, it's probably a disadvantage for those guys. And so I was really proud of the effort that we put forth, and to play them within 4 points until a minute 40 left in the game. I was really proud of our effort. Our guys did a great job, answered the call, and never doubted themselves and never quit. I was proud of our guys for sure.
Yep, Rangers first one on the scoreboard.
Yeah,
last week as well. So
offense did a good job moving the ball, and we saw some improvements defensively, and then we made some plays on the special teams phase of the game as well, and so. It was very promising, especially this late in the season to see our guys continue to fight. And, we're excited about a good Hershey team coming into town this week. And, we're going to see what happens and hopefully keep playing.
I'm excited we don't have to drive to Hershey.
No doubt.
We kind of talked about special teams a little bit. I do remember the, fourth quarter we thought that maybe we were going to try the onside to kind of push a little bit. And noticed Dylan Payton kind of got drove into the ground. He actually got picked up and tackled. Little wrestling move there. But like you said, special teams had a pretty good game. Let's talk about Payton and register what goes into those fake punts and fake field goals.
Well, when we started the third quarter, we knew that we needed to kind of play keep away and win the field position battle and the time of possession battle. And so, to go on what I think was an 8.5-minute drive that included 2 big special teams plays. It was just it was great for obviously our offense, but our special teams too, to get it to a fourth down and get the execute the fake punt with Grayson Register running it right up the middle with behind some great blocks behind Angel Carbajal and David Chavez. Those guys did a fantastic job. Tyson Smith was in on it. Landon Butts was on that side as well, and they just did a great job, great execution to keep that drive alive. And then, the offense held it for 2.5 more minutes as, we got it down inside the 10, but found ourselves in a fourth down, 4th and goal from the 7. And, it was just one of those deals that, 3 would have been good, but we really needed 7. And, if you don't get it, you're forcing Graham to go 93. And so we decided to pull the trigger on that. And again, shifted the front, and David Chavez actually got 2 blocks on that. Blocked his guy and climbed to the second level, blocked a linebacker, and then Dylan Payton just put his foot in the ground and got north and south in a hurry and found the end zone. It was really really changed the momentum in our favor and gave us a chance to win it in the fourth quarter. It just came up a little bit short.
Yes, sir. I was going to make a short joke there, but probably maybe not appropriate. I was going to bring you a phone booth, a phone book that you can sit on this week after the comment a couple weeks ago. But, Coach, let's talk about the numbers Lincoln Madrid put up last week. I made the comment to Cade. And if I'm not mistaken, Todd made the comment that there's a couple times where he was trying to get out of the backfield. And he looked like he was running more like a 220-pound back, dead to rights, and somehow he got through and got a couple first downs. But let's talk about the numbers he put up.
Yeah, he's been more and more effective running the football. You look at week 1 against Estacado all the way through Friday night. Every week he extends plays a little bit longer, and just quarterback run game is tough because a lot of times you get an extra blocker with the running back there, and so. Really decided that, as we get later in the season, we wanted to run him a little bit more, and he was extremely effective. Went for 109, I think, on, 16 carries, I believe, and just did a great job running the football. And whenever you can add that dynamic to your offense, it makes it even tougher to stop. And then throwing the football, he threw for 150-plus yards and a couple of touchdowns, and so just becoming more and more dynamic behind some great blocking. And, obviously we visited with Cade Rowalt, but, just dynamic receivers, guys running the ball hard in the backfield, and he's just a special piece of this offense for sure.
Coach, late in the game we had a declined penalty, right, and basically gave the Steers a touchdown. Todd and I didn't see it coming. Looking back, once we realized that we declined the penalty, we realized we're trying to get the ball back. Thought it was a genius move, but maybe explain that decision.
Yeah, in the decision to decline the penalty would have been totally different if we had, a couple of timeouts at our pocket. But with at that point there was 1:40 on the clock, and it was they had the ball first, first and 20, and we had no chance to stop the ball. So. Kind of the choices were to lose by 4, and watch them kneel the ball 3 times, or, give our kids a chance. And, we as a staff, we wanted to send that message to our kids that we believed in them and weren't going to quit on them. And just wanted to give our guys one more opportunity to go down and score. And then you never know what happens with an onside kick, and maybe something happens and you can put up some points late. And, unfortunately, it kind of went the other way for us, and we weren't able to get that done. But definitely didn't want to quit on our guys and watch us lose by 4 when they had an opportunity to move, get the ball back and potentially move it back down the field. And so that's kind of what the thinking was behind declining that penalty. Especially as a defensive guy, it pained me to allow them to put more points on the board, but definitely wanted to give our guys a shot late in the game.
Yeah. So the final scoreboard, I guess, not quite a good representation of how the game went. Lots of positivity and just good execution last week. But, Coach, looking forward to this week. Wichita Falls Hershey coming to town. What do we expect?
Yeah, Hershey does a great job. They're incredibly athletic, skilled guys. They've got a quarterback that's extremely dynamic. A lot of speed, a whole lot of speed, and they do some good things, on both sides of the ball, offensively and defensively. But I think it's going to be a great matchup. They're going to have the long road trip this week instead of us, and with their win over Sweetwater last week, they clinched the district championship. And kind of the message to our guys this week is we despite everything that's gone on, we still control our own destiny. And so this is kind of our first round playoff game is this week. We win and we're in, And so this is kind of our, we get to start the playoffs a week before everybody else. And so we're excited about it. It's going to be a great challenge for us. And but we've had a great game plan this weekend, and then today was a really, really good day of practice. So we're excited for Friday.
Yep. Know that you and the coaching staff worked all weekend trying to come up with that for this game next week. So.
We got some highlights?
Yeah, we've got some highlights here. Excuse me.
Roll that beautiful bean footage. Let's go. So this is kind of a recap of the recap. But, here we go, starting on offense. And, again, we talked about Lincoln Madrid running the football behind a great block. You can see right there you get an extra blocker in the quarterback run game. And Tylen Booker put a great hit on the linebacker right there to kind of spring Lincoln. And that was the first of, 109 yards rushing. And then we got a zero coverage, man coverage. Ethan Madrid with a little stutter route on the slant to find the middle of the field. And then defense played really well in spurts. I was really, really proud of those guys for the way they stepped up against a really talented Graham offense, especially up front. Graham was really, really big and really, really good offensive team, how they block things. And so it was great to see our guys step up defensively. And then, here we go. It's just an opportunity. Graham's quarterback did a good job extending the play. And, to Landon Butt's credit, he always finds himself around the football, be it a strip, a fumble recovery, an interception right there. He's always hustling to get around the ball, and good things happen, especially on defense when you're close to the football. And so was proud of him. That turnover was big for us. And then here we go, 4th and 7, shifted the front. You can see David Chavez's 2 blocks, and then Dylan Payton just putting his foot in the ground and finding a way to get in the end zone on a huge play for us. And again, Ethan Madrid had two touchdown catches Friday night. That was the second one. He did a great job finding the end zone for us. And can't say enough about number 12. He extended a lot of plays for us and found our receiver right there on the sideline for a big first down to keep the chains moving in the third quarter. So that was something we had to have at that moment in the game. And then, Lincoln did a great job extending those plays. And anytime you've got a running quarterback, it presents a ton of problems for the defense, no matter what their scheme is. And so it was really great to see Lincoln, extend those plays with his feet.
Sure. Well, Coach, we appreciate that. Again, looking forward to this weekend, senior night for the band. Last home game, why don't you talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, just would encourage anybody to come out that hasn't. We had our senior night against Sweetwater, and the band is going to honor their seniors at halftime, and so we need to the band does a great job for us, provides a lot of support, so we want to make sure we return that favor and really applaud those seniors that have done a lot for the band program, but the athletic program in general.
Well, hopefully we've got good weather for that, but we'll see how it turns out. So
you never know.
Yep. Doing a little bit different tonight. We're going to actually round out with Angel Carbajal coming up with us next. But first, we're going to show a quick clip of our 2 mascots in a skit that they did for the pep rally last week. And welcome back. Here we are with senior Angel Carbajal the starting offensive line, right?
Yes, sir.
Angel, how's practice today?
Oh, man, well, this morning it was freezing, you know. But we can't be no hot tub guys, so we got to be out there and work hard.
Gotcha. Angel, it seems like offense is getting better every week. How's the offensive line improved since the beginning of the season?
Well, since the beginning of the season, Coach Gill really laid a lot upon us, a bunch of plays, a bunch of schemes. He really put a bunch of defensive formations out there. Now we're entering our 11th week, and we can read all those defensive formations really quick, like as soon as we get up to the line, and just execute.
Okay. You, along with Carlos Braza and David Chavez, kind of anchor that offensive line as seniors. What's it been playing with those guys for so many years?
Well, when I got here last year, I didn't really know anybody. So Carlos and David really took me in, and they showed me around, showed me how it goes here in Texas. And well, playing with them has just really been a pleasure and just a blessing, basically.
Angel, do you prefer pass blocking or run blocking, and why?
I prefer run blocking, but I like pass blocking just because I get to protect Lincoln a lot. And then run blocking is just something so satisfying about pancaking somebody.
So like pulling and they don't see you coming, you get to ear hole them? And
Yes, sir.
Okay. No, I remember those days. Makes sense. What's one thing that people at home need to know about playing offensive line?
What is something they need to know?
Yes, sir.
Well, they need to know.
Or what they should know.
What they should know is, you got to be mentally and physically tough out there. You're going to be blocking probably the best people on the defense. And then most of the time, every time we have something good, a good play, a touchdown, first down, that's most likely because of the offensive line.
I agree. The other thing is you got to watch your fingers because other people step on them.
Oh, yeah.
Break
and
your
smash
fingers
them with their helmet.
Yeah. No, that's a rough one. Angel, as you prepare for the last home game, what's your favorite memory on Purser Field?
My favorite memory is probably last year when we won. Well, when I won my first homecoming game against Snyder.
Okay. It's a good memory to have. All right, some rapid-fire questions. What's your favorite food?
Tacos.
Favorite subject? That was quick.
Athletics.
Give us a Coach Gill impression.
Oh, man. Well, Coach Gill.
This could go real bad real quick.
Yeah, he says a lot of stuff, but probably my favorite one is probably when he says, make sure you finish your blocks and don't hang around like dog balls. Yeah.
How about plans after high school?
Plans after high school. I plan on going to college, and then after college, following into my father's footsteps and joining the Navy.
Oh, congratulations.
Thank you.
Final question, Cowboys or Texans?
Well, my real answer, I like the Jaguars.
Neither one? Okay.
The Jaguars, but probably the Texans from those two.
You got the Cowboy shirt on back there.
Yeah,
he's upset about it maybe. Angel, we appreciate you coming in. Folks at home, I was able to get early voting done today. It was quick and easy. Got in and out within, just 5 or 6 minutes. So if you don't want to wait till next week, support the school wherever you can. And the girls varsity first playoff game starts at 6:30. So join in if you couldn't go. But for Ranger Rundown and from Rooster's Backyard, this is Greenwood Sports Network.